gentlemen, thank you so much. My job this afternoon is really simple. It's really to formally bring the event and what has been a fantastic 2 days essentially to a close. I think that we can agree that everything that needed to be said at this present moment in time has been said. Everything but a few last words that will be delivered by an individual representing an organization that has been instrumental and a really important partner in putting this all together. You know him, but protocol dictates that I must introduce him anyway. Mr. Makhtar DIOP, he is the Managing Director of the International Finance Corporation. Thank you.
President Kagame, President Ruto, President Nyusi, Prime Minister of Guinea, Baouri, Prime Minister Begre, Prime Minister Alexandre Barre-Chambrier. Let me thank you and tell you how proud, honored, and pleased I am to be here today to be able to say a few words to conclude this gathering. His Excellency, it was one of the most candid debates and discussions that I've seen about our continent. You deserve a round of applause. I think that today we make a big step forward. What we heard today was not Africa can, it's Africa is. I think it was a discussion about the challenges that we are facing, the opportunities that we are facing, and the candor and courage that we need to have to address those. I would like to thank my friend Amir, the CEO for the forum. Please, a round of applause to Amir. It's been a 12-year journey, and I think that we made progress, but we should not sit on our laurels because we have hard work to do, a lot of things to do before us. We are very proud and would like to thank President Kagame for his hospitality, for bringing us together, for inviting his peers, to invite the private sector. What did we hear in the discussion? Victimhood, seize the moment, tangible, first to be leaders, and making the right decisions. Those words resonate for all of us, because all these is difficult to do. But all this will be what will be taking us forward as a continent. We talk about result, about tangible thing to touch. It means food security, it means electricity for people, it means be part of the digital revolution, it's artificial intelligence, it's trade, it's access to finance, it's a just world. This is what leadership will lead us to. But this forum was not only about discussion, it was about action. I was proud to see how many deals, how many conversations we had during this forum. IFC, on our side, we signed close to $1 billion of deals during this forum. But it was not only us. A lot of partners are seeing among themselves, among countries, deals. We have heard that it will be a collective effort to move forward, an effort between the private sector, the public sector, and together. Today, I asked the head of the promotion agencies to meet. There were 5 of them. We discussed what we can do together. I was impressed to see how those promotion agencies wanted to exchange among themselves. How much the discussions that we have today resonated among them. So we decided, as of now, to create a network of African promotion agencies, which will be meeting regularly. President Ruto, you asked us to be with you in that journey of implementing the agenda that was defined and handed to you by President Kagame. One of the things that is missing in the continent is a dialogue between the private sector and the public sector at the continental level. We have a lot of discussion in countries, but there are very few places where the leadership, the political leadership, meets the private sector leadership in the continent and discuss to address the issues that Adiko has been mentioning. So we would like, at the next gathering here, to have a forum where this discussion will be discussed. And if African Union can help setting it, the CEO Forum, my friend Amir and I are committed in helping making it happen. Without it, there will not be African Free Trade Continental Agreement. It will just be words, it will not be intention, it will not be actions. So we need to make it happen, and you can count on us for it to do it. I will today just to say thank you. Thank you for taking the dialogue between the public sector and the private sector at another level. And I think that we cannot go back. We cannot go back. This CEO Forum had been a landmark because it allows us to have a candid, honest debate. It's not about victimhood, it's about taking responsibility and accountability. That accountability is not only the leaders who are sitting in front of us. The accountability is each of us. And each of us has to know that he's accountable for something. And I think that if we live with that motto, our continent can move and will move faster. So we invite you next year in Abidjan to have that conversation, but that conversation will come with a list of things that we're committed to do together and how we are accountable to do that. President Kagame, President Ruto, President Nyusi, you can count on us to be your partners in that effort. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is officially time for us to now close the curtains on what has been a successful event. You're already rising, but those of you who are not, can you kindly rise as we do bid farewell to our wonderful heads of state who have given us their time and commitment. I do wish you all safe travels back to your respective countries, and until next time we meet, it's goodbye. Your Excellencies, good morning. It is truly an honor to be with you here today at the 2024 Africa CEO Forum. It is the largest private sector gathering on the continent of its kind.
We often ignore problems of leadership, but you are CEOs, heads of institutions, heads of states, and we all know that's what not leaders do. So we will need to talk about leadership during this conference.
We cannot go another decade talking about hunger, food security in the continent. This will be our responsibility if it's not solved. 10 years ago, we had this slogan, Africa can. Today, we cannot repeat that slogan. The slogan should be Africa is.
All of you in this room listening today understand that finance is important, but we need a lot of skills.
Where is the money for SMEs? Where is the money? Because we're here, we're ready to work.
Through our Banking on Women program, we find that women-owned businesses have lower rates of default and non-performing loans than overall small and medium-sized business.
Anything that can be done anywhere in this world can also be done in Africa. We have the resources, but we need to be able to share them amongst ourselves.
everybody now agrees there is a problem. This international financial architecture is not fair. Africa is paying 5 times more. It is a reality we live through every day. It is time that we have a new conversation so that all of us have an equal voice on what happens.
It's a whole ecosystem with many players, also the ones that are driving usage.
So it's very important to work very closely with the private sector so that when because they're innovative, they're the ones who come up with these things. When they do, they should really find the government already in a position to embrace them.
It's quite important to have balance in where we are geographically on the continent. The headquarters in Cairo, we have representative office in Nigeria, in Cameroon, in Cote d'Ivoire, in Uganda.
Rwanda will give you a connectivity and open markets to almost 80 million population living close to the proximity of our country.